We are very happy to have you on this special day. I would like to know few things from you.
Sure.
By asking this question. What are the myths that should be burst before joining an industry for an ambient student?
Okay. So, rather than saying myths that should be burst, I would say there are certain tips that I would give, any fresher that is joining the industry, any industry in their first job. One would be that, never feel afraid to ask any questions. A lot of time when we enter into the industry or it's our first job, we're very hesitant. We feel that the expectation is that we should know everything, and that's why we hesitate, to ask questions, or we're afraid that we'll make a mistake. I feel like the formative years of your career are the best time to learn, right? And the only way to learn would be to stay curious always, and never be afraid of making any kind of mistakes, because mistakes often lead to the biggest learnings. So yeah, that would be one tip that I would have for any fresher.
Moving on to the next question. And what would be the impact that this JCP brings on IBS group and on CSB?
Right. So I think this question has been asked and answered, very articulately by seniors from both sides. So if I would just sum it up, quickly, it's a win-win alliance. We are trying to bridge the gap that there is between industry expectations and skill development in higher education today, right? So how can we better match what the industry is looking for, right? And how can we also equip, early entrants or, budding professionals to really prepare them for, their first jobs and success in their career. So that's what this the JCP aims to achieve.
Moving on to the last question.
Right.
What are the pros and cons switching an organization by an individual?
Okay, so I think this is like a very subjective question, and also the answer would be subjective basis on who you ask this question to. There are certain people who join an organization and stay with it for their entire working careers, and there are a lot of people who switch organizations, and reasons for doing both are different. How I look at whether or not I want to stay with an organization, there are a lot of benefits that organizations offer you. Some of them are tangible, some of them are intangible. For me, the day I feel like I have stagnated and I'm not learning, right, and there's no opportunity for me to develop myself, that's the day I would consider, switching organizations. And why only switching organizations? Within organizations, I believe there are so many options to move laterally, right? So as long as you're learning, I feel like that should be an individual or a professional's priority, rather than seeing how many organizations that they work with or whether or not to switch organizations. Yeah.
Thank you.